Hello and an amazing day, everyone. I'm Rizalyn Kalimlim Rosales, and welcome to this segment of Module 6, the printing process. This will be the third part of this module, so if you haven't seen the earlier videos, I highly recommend checking them out first. They cover the fascinating history and evolution of printing technologies and processes. They talked about the beginning of printing, its ancient methods to the modern methods we use today. And speaking of which, in this discussion, we'll focus on two of the basic modern printing methods. These are letterpress printing and gravure printing. So while printing has evolved dramatically, with industries now relying heavily on digital and offset printing, traditional techniques like letterpress and gravure remain relevant and valuable. They're not just historical artifacts, they're still practiced, studied, and appreciated for their unique qualities. For example, letterpress printing. This type of printing is now phased out in more developed countries. However, efforts to preserve them are ongoing. A great example is the Sacramento History Museum's social media channel. They showcase live demonstrations of letterpress printing. They talked about the samples and the types of letterpress that they do. So they really make you appreciate the art of letterpress printing. Meanwhile, here in the Philippines, newspapers in many provinces continue to use letterpress machines, proving that these methods are far from obsolete. So, in our discussion, let's begin with letterpress printing, one of the oldest, most enduring printing techniques. Credits to the invention of this method goes to Johannes Gutenberg in the mid 15th century. So, letterpress is a form of relief printing for producing many copies by repeated direct impressions where raised surfaces are inked and then pressed onto paper, similar to how a stamp works. So, the process consists of several stages. It starts with a composition or typesetting. This is where individual letters are arranged to form words on pages. So once the layout is complete, it is inked using rollers and then pressed onto paper using either a flatbed or a rotary press. So this method is labor intensive, especially when corrections are needed. So um, but it really produces a distinct tactile quality that many designers and artists still love today. So I would be showing you this.
Hey Howard, what are you doing?
Big news, really big news, Jared. We haven't had a big news headline for a while, have we?
Not really, but let's see what the news is here.
We'll use our trusty old Washington hand press here to. How's that for a headline?
Let's move to gravure printing, also known as intaglio. So Karel Klich invented gravure printing around 1980 by combining earlier heliogravure principles with modern photographic processes to create etched cylinders or for high-speed, high-quality printing. So unlike letterpress, gravure works in reverse. Instead of raised surfaces, it uses engraved cells on metal plate or cylinder. This one, the gravure cylinder. So here's how it works. The image is etched or engraved onto this cylinder. The cylinder is then flooded with ink, either using a ink fountain or they ink it out. So they cover the entire surface with ink. And next, a doctor blade, a thin stainless steel blade, wipes away excess ink, leaving ink only in the recessed areas. So the doctor blade acts like some sort of squeegee, cleaning out all the excess ink. And then finally, the paper is pressed against the cylinder. Here it is, under pressure from the impression roller, and now that transfers the ink and produces a high resolution image. So gravure is ideal for long print runs due to its durability and consistency. It's commonly used for rotogravure presses, for magazines, packaging, and decorative materials. So I also had a video here showing gravure proof press testing. You can So, to give you a very, very short summarization, letterpress printing is a relief method that uses raised metal type and is known for its tactile, handcrafted feel. It's still used in small scale and artistic printing, especially in local newspapers and specialty shops. And meanwhile, gravure printing is an intaglio method that uses engraved cylinders to produce high resolution image, making it ideal for mass production of magazines, packaging, and photo rich materials. Both methods reflect the craftsmanships and precision that defined early printing and continue to influence modern design and production. So, whether it's the expressive depth of letterpress printing or the technical excellence of gravure, these printing methods remind us that print is more than just ink. It is a medium of expression, texture, and legacy. So, as we move forward in this digital world, understanding these traditional techniques helps us appreciate the roots of communication and the artistry behind every printed page. So, let me share with you links of interesting videos and um, about letterpress and gravure printing. There are some here that actually talk about more in depth about the process, and then there are also here that are some interesting reads on the subject. So, yes, thank you so much for joining me in this part of the module. Stay curious and keep exploring the fascinating world of print. This is Rizalyn Limlim Rosales. Again, thank you very much.